Hey guys, it's Anthony Bandiero here, attorney and senior legal instructor with Blue to Gold Law Enforcement Training, bringing another Roadside Chat from the studio. All right, we got a doozy here. So the question's going to be: can officers conduct a surround and call out on a third party's home? Okay, so when I say third party's home, what I'm talking about here is you're surrounding a third party, right? Somebody who's not directly connected with the case when you are trying to get in custody another person, right? You have a warrant for the person and they're at a third party's home. You have probable cause for the person and they're at a third party's home. So that's kind of like the idea here. I'll go into more detail about what I mean and so forth. But let me give you this scenario. This is from an officer in from Indiana. All right. So they conduct surveillance for wanted suspects. They have an arrest warrant for that person. They will often see them at a third party's home, a friend's house, cousins, girlfriends, etc. They'll sometimes see them come out and go back into the home, right? They're grabbing the paper in their slippers. Well, maybe not quite that, right? And so they know for sure that the guy's there. So the next move is to surround the home and call the person out. If the person refuses to come out, they'll go get the warrant and enter the home for that, okay? So the cop is wondering, hey, is this practice flawed? Or is it constitutionally firm? Okay. I think it's flawed. I think we got a problem on our hands, my friends, and I have some concerns. Now I tried to look up, when I answer these questions, just so you know, I'm a practicing attorney. I got clients that, that need me, that pay me, that call me, and I got to focus the vast majority of my energy and my time for my clients and my training and so forth. But I do try to find some cases, when I do these roadside chats, and I found one that supports my position, but I've not found one that really is like on point. So we're kind of making some case law here, but let's walk through it. Okay. So first of all, we know that if police have an arrest warrant, they can serve that arrest warrant at the person's domicile. That rule came from Payton, New York, Payton versus New York. Okay. So if police have a warrant, they can serve it at that person's domicile. If the police have a warrant and the person is at a third person's house, cousin, friend, etc., then they need either consent by the homeowner to come in, exigency, or they need a search warrant to go into the third party's home. And the reason why, and this is the Supreme Court here, right? The Supreme Court said, you know what, you may not be violating the suspect's rights, the guy that you arrested, the one with the warrant, because he may not have a privacy interest in the home, but you are certainly violating the third party's rights. He has a right to keep police out of his home, just because a friend is over with an arrest warrant. Does that make sense? Okay. Now here we have a little bit different set of facts because we're not entering the home without a warrant. We're just surrounding it. We're on curtilage. But the vast majority of courts have held that when police surround a home, surround and call out, they have seized a home under the Fourth Amendment. And that is certainly the right answer. I mean, imagine you're at your house watching a football game and the police surround your home and command you to exit your home. Do you feel like the possession of your home is diminished? Do you feel like you can't even leave to go to the grocery store? So the use of your home is absolutely affected by being surrounded and called out by police. So the home is certainly seized. They are infringing, I guess, on the use of your home. All right. That's what I think is going on here, right? We know certainly that going into the home is a violation, but being on a curtilage and surrounding is the same consequence. We also know from a case called Florida versus Jardines, and some other cases called Dunn, D-U-N-N, that curtilage around the home is treated like the home itself, right? So if you're on the curtilage, in some ways you're almost like in their kitchen, right? That's not exactly true in every scenario, but that's often true. And that's what's going on here. So at the end of the day, I don't see the facts here that justify the seizure of the home. You have an arrest warrant, the guy's at a third party home, and there is no exigency. You're also surveilling the home so that by definition, they probably don't see you. So they don't know you're onto them. So there's no safety or escape risk. Now, if we want to throw in another little wrinkle here, if the cop was surveilling the home and saw the suspect exit the home, and the cop got out of the car and said, "Hey, Johnny, stop right there. You're under arrest." And then he flees into the home. Well, we got hot pursuit, because that rule falls under Santana, U.S. versus Santana. If the person is outside their home and you start the hot pursuit outside the home and they flee back into the home, that's hot pursuit. But a lot of cops are probably not going to go into the home under those circumstances, just purely for safety reasons. But either way, that would be lawful in their hot pursuit. What else? Is that it? I think that is it. Okay, so takeaways. If you have a probable cause or an arrest warrant for a person at a third party's home, and you surround it and call out the wanted person, I know that you're implicating the third party's rights. He has a say he can sue you, and if you don't have exigency, I think you're going to lose. So therefore, you got to get the warrant before, or engage in the chase before he enters the home. All right. Just seeing him go into the home is not hot pursuit. All right, guys. Does it help? You know what? Maybe that's not the advice you wanted to hear, for the person asking the question, because it seems like they're doing this tactic. But I am here for your legal survival. If it was me, I would pull back and reassess the constitutionality of what you're doing. And maybe the prosecutors and so forth are good with it. Maybe they got some case law that I haven't seen before, but Anthony is not comfortable with it. All right. So hopefully it helps. Until next time, my friends, stay safe.
When it comes to law enforcement training, we are the gold standard. Visit bluetogold.com or call 888-579-7796 to learn more about our training, books, and free webinars. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this channel.